You know, I've been in 3 earthquakes. They're really a lot of fun.
Welcome, everybody, to the 20th episode of Meet the Expert here on Wisdom Cafe Live. My name is Bob Choat. I'm the Transformational Grandmaster, and my co-host is the beautiful Dr. Sofie Nubani, the Queen of Laughter and Wisdom. So, Sofie, we're going to make it quick today, and we're here because we had some difficulties, some technical difficulties, and we want to really introduce our guest here. And Wyatt McCain, he's
The
one and only
Hey,
Wyatt McCain.
That part
Yes.
is absolutely authentic and true.
and true.
Yeah.
So Wyatt is a master level peak performance strategist, coach, and so much more. He hails out of Beverly Hills, California, and he had gone through Tony Robbins training at multiple levels. And for the last 5 years, he's delivered in terms of helping people, entrepreneurs, executives, and much more reach a higher level in terms of their own life. So, Wyatt, there's so much more, and we're going to get more into this
Sure.
because of what's happened today. We do want to bring you back. But before we do that,
hmm
we want to find out a little bit more about you and in terms of like what you do, and then we can expand on it when we do bring you back.
Sure. Well, you know, it doesn't matter what people say and do, it's what I answer to. The meaning and emotion that we focus and project, just think of it for a second. And I'm going to speak fast because we need to, just give a little taste here to everyone. If you're in a movie theater in the days before a lot of people wanted to manipulate people's fears, and you're sitting there and you got a 50-yard line seat, and your spouse says to you, you know, Bob, the movie's not happening on the screen in front of you. And you say, what do you mean? And then your spouse says, well, actually, the movie's going on behind us inside a projector. And it is called that because guess what? It puts the movie on the screen, and people are screens for everyone else. Just as I'm a screen for each of you, so each of you are a screen for my projector. And inside our projector, our greatest fear is we're not going to be loved and we're not going to be enough to feel worthy of someone's love. And so a lot of people in life are hiding behind around the world for years now political correctness. Why? Because when a person needs someone else to like them and approve of them, then they have no freedom. And so people become puppets in like a string. Here, I'll show you. There's my arm, so I got a string on each arm and my hat, and then there's a wooden cross above me, which sadly a lot of people are still, up on instead of using it for firewood, for the summer barbecues. And above them is this wooden square that all these strings go to, and then there is a marionette who's moving the person and letting them think that they're in charge of their life when really they're not in charge of anything because they have no emotional fitness. And without emotional fitness, you really have no freedom.
True.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And this is the realm that I work in all the time with celebrity clients, with my other company. People can watch the videos I've done from Winnovations International. I sent a lot to you, Sofie, and to you, Bob. And what we do at Winnovations International is that the key for anyone to increase their productivity, whether they're in sales, whether they're an employee, an entrepreneur, is irrelevant. Because it's not about the cover of the book. It's about the level of darkness and goodness you have inside yourself. Because that's the only ism there is. So the cover of the book, it's not about men and women, and I'll close with this. It's not about race, religion, ethnicity, nationality, have and have not, entrepreneur, employee, wealthy, poor, or whatever. We count money because that's what we keep track of. But money into itself is not prosperity. Prosperity is your mindset. And it's not a lot of concepts up here in your head. If you're living up here, I can assure you you're not available at the loading dock to receive the wisdom of the ages called intuition. So I see emotions
Yes.
as far overrated because there is something even stronger than love, and that's presence. And when you bring presence into your relationships, your marriage, your family, with your workers, with the people you work for, with your business partners, with a guy on the San Diego freeway, if you get on the freeway thinking you don't have the right to be there, I can assure you you're going to cut somebody off. And sooner or later, somebody's going to show up to flip you off, and now you're going to chase them down the freeway? Not in this day and age.
Yeah.
And yet,
and by the way,
go ahead.
Yeah, by the way, the people who don't know what the San Diego Freeway is, that's a 405 freeway
Correct.
here in Southern California,
Yeah,
and going all the way up north.
Okay.
Exactly, all the way up to the border with Canada, the 5. And,
Yep.
the 5, yeah, but not the 405. So what we're doing here now, everyone, is we're giving you a taste of the area that I work in personal growth and development. Because if you want to improve every area of your life, you just need to attack one. If you change your focus, you change your physiology. If you change your physiology, you change your focus. If you change the words you use that bring out certain language, brings out certain emotions, but if you work on all three, you won't recognize yourself. And it's not something that you need to spend on somebody's couch. I'm not referring to the casting couch. There are so many people in the world who are snowflakes, especially in America since VJ Day, and you'll know what that is, Bob. And ever since the end of the Second World War, more and more people have become decadent because they've gotten lazy and not practice the daily rituals that can turn them into a champion. We all have a champion within us, but most people cower to their fear, and then they look for somebody else to blame it on. So the battle that goes on inside every human being's subconscious mind that people call a spirit or a soul is, are we going to continually hate the hate to get more love, or recognize that when you hate the hate, you get more hate? It's like weight training. You add weight on the bar. You're in resistance. That's how you build your muscles, right? It's a no-brainer. Yet the lesson falls flat on deaf ears when people don't want to recognize that the way to make their lives better and the quality is to start looking in the mirror and see that other people are sent to them for the purpose of giving them a gift, even if it's not wrapped in a fancy bow and ribbon.
Well stated. Well stated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead, Sophie.
It's funny because your book is called the Champion Within. Isn't your book titled something? Find the Champion Within.
Oh, you mean the book?
It's
You
so
mean the
true,
book that I'm working on?
Spot on, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's awesome.
So why don't you two take it from here? We've given them a couple of, like, 3 big advertising orders there. But
well, Wyatt, so by the way, everybody, this is only a taste of what you're going to be getting when we bring Wyatt back. When we're going to bring him back, and we will let you know
Very soon,
when.
yes.
Yeah, it will be soon. We will let you know. And due to what we had today, we were only able to get a nibble here, and you can see that the nibble was quite a bit on what he delivered so far. So what we want to do is again, have it back, Wyatt, so our audience can really just bring you
Yeah.
and ask you questions and
Yeah.
and so much more.
Yes,
Absolutely.
that's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's all.
And
Thank you
and
so
I just
much.
want to assure
And
everybody.
definitely looking
Oh, I'm sorry,
forward for
Sophie.
it.
Go ahead. Okay. I want to assure everybody who's
No, I
watching this
said
live, as well as on the replay, that uncertainty is your friend. The greater
Yep.
uncertainty you bring into your life, the more obstacles you'll be given. And every obstacle contains lessons for us. And when you apply what you learn, you will pivot into the eye of the hurricane where there is no wind. And now, at that instant, you redirect your destiny that day because you become the perfect storm for the wisdom of the ages, of healing, of forgiveness. And in so doing, that wisdom lived every day in your rituals is what I call common sense.
All right. I love that.
lovely,
Yes.
lovely.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes,
And
yes,
we
yes.
cannot wait to have you back on.
We're so
Look
happy
forward
Yes.
to it.
to have to share you a little bit here today. Absolutely.
And you're just enjoy the weather way out there in Beverly Hills, actually over the hill from me, should I say. So it's not that far from my end.
Well, you know what, Bob? I tell people who've never been here, I tell them that every day, they say, where do you live? Where are you, and I say, well, I'm in a small city surrounded by a behemoth called Los Angeles, where every day is truly Halloween.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
absolutely. It's true. It's true.
and yes, it's true in Granada Hills. It's true in Acton on the, where the Angeles Crest comes down to the 14 on
Going
the
all the
way
way
to
up
the
to
desert.
14 freeway and out that way. Yeah.
In fact, the manager of there, I know a man who manages one of the Rite Aids here in Beverly Hills. He has for years, and he commutes from Palmdale to Beverly Hills every day.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Wow.
and for people who
That's
don't know how,
a commute.
yeah, for people who don't know how far that is, that's like waiting on a Marxist to appreciate that a person's personal growth expands when they are an entrepreneur in capitalism.
Yeah, that's like one of my
Wow.
partners when I was with the LEPD.
Right.
He lived way out in Bakersfield, so he
Oh
had to
my
commute from
gosh.
Bakersfield down to LA.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That's 100 miles.
And yeah, so
Wow.
he worked down here as a police officer, and
Wow.
he couch surfed with several people when he was
Uh-huh.
down here. Then he didn't make the commute way back out to Bakersfield. So
Wow.
yeah, it's
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's dedication.
Yep.
That's dedication. So I'm looking forward to this.
Likewise.
We'll schedule and continue moving forward. And for everybody that watches your great program,
All right. Very good.
I want each of you to know that that I absolutely trust Bob and Sophie to conduct a great interview. And I want each of you to know that the three of us are totally committed to do whatever it takes to deliver.
Fantastic. And thank you so much, Wyatt. Thank you so much
Well, thank you.
for being here. We cannot wait to have you back on and partake in your wisdom and your experiences and your knowledge. And yeah, it's been an absolute
thank you, Bob.
pleasure.
And the pleasure is mine. Sophie, thank you. And if you get any feedback from this little snippet that we've done the last several minutes, please remind everyone that it's not what I say. It's the meaning they gave to what I said, and that's the wisdom inside everyone when they woke up today.
Perfect. Perfect and well
Nice.
said, and a great way to end this,
Absolutely.
and to open up for when you bring you back on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Yes,
Thank you.
Sophie.
And we
definitely.
want to
Blessings,
and we want to
blessings,
thank everybody for
blessings.
tuning in
Thank
today, and
everyone
stay
for
tuned
watching.
for further Wyatt McCain here on Wisdom Cafe Live.
Yay.
Bye, everybody.
Talk with you soon.
Talk to you
All
soon.
right.
Bye.
Bye for now.
All right. Bye.